Hey everyone, finished watching the next VR Troopers episode, Kaitlin Through the Looking Glass. Troopers are at the newspaper when suddenly there's an earthquake. It was caused by Stingbot, Grimlord's latest monster, burrowing under the newspaper building. Huh, that's a funny idea. General Ivar, meanwhile, has a virtual mirror replicator ready to use. The troopers call Professor Hart and he locates Stingbot. Ryan goes down to stop Stingbot, and some janitors calmly walk upstairs. One of them puts something in Caitlin's purse. Ryan battles Stingbot while JB and Kaitlin battle the janitors, who turn out to be Skugs in disguise. The Stingbot disappears and JB and Kaitlin defeat the Skugs. Kaitlin pulls out what she thinks is her mirror from her purse and General Ivar shoots her with the virtual mirror replicator. Kaitlin stares in shock as her reflection smirks at her. General Ivar creates a replicant of Kaitlin and teleports it to Grimlord. He orders it to shoot the troopers with a device that will stun and change them. That doesn't really go anywhere. The replicant picks a fight with Ryan and transforms. She knocks him over and knocks him out and steals his communicator. Later, Kaitlin gets a call from JB. Mutants are invading reality. Percy sees Kaitlin enter the dark room of the newspaper, but then he sees Kaitlin again come through the front door. He knows something weird is going on and questions who he thinks is Kaitlin. She walks past, ignoring him. Ryan wakes up and contacts Professor Hart. Hart fills him in on the replicant. Ryan rushes to the lab and finds the replicant inside, trying to self-destruct the lab. Ryan asks Hart to show JB and Kaitlin in battle to her. The replicant shares Caitlin's sense of duty and goes to join her and JB. The replicant explains to JB and Kaitlin that she's too much like Kaitlin to serve Grimlord. After Ryan stops the lab from self-destructing, he goes to help the others. JB destroys Stingbot. Meanwhile, Grimlord is really mad and vows revenge against the replicant for betraying him. At the lab, Hart warns that if Kaitlin and her double aren't rejoined, they could both cease to exist. So this is a fun episode. It's different from the norm, and that's welcome. Caitlin's replicant is a very unique character for the show. I like her. I kind of wish she could have stayed evil for a few more episodes. Her story feels really rushed. She's evil, and then very quickly she's convinced to become good. It works well enough, but I think they could have easily expanded on this story. There's some cool effects in the Spielbahn footage I like. Stingbot uses these little metal bugs to sting the troopers. That's a cool thing. The communicator devices the troopers use finally get a name here, VRVT. The first time since their introduction to get named. It stands for Virtual Reality Video Transmitter. I forgot about that because these don't usually get named at all. So, good episode, change of pace from what came before, not a whole lot else to say about it, so that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Oh, actually, there is a weird thing here. During the earthquake scene, there's a unintentionally funny bit. There's a goofy part, during the earthquake, there's tense music playing. And then there's a goofy moment where Percy goes over, grabs a blender, then the top shakes off and the stuff splashes all over him, and we hear the goofy Percy did something silly music. But then that plays right into the tense music. So Percy's standing there with the thing all over his face looking dumb, and then the tense music comes back. That was weird. I don't know what happened there with the music. Weird choice, but yeah. So yeah, that's all I have to say about this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.
On the next Savant's VR Troopers, the three of us face a big problem.
If we can't find a way to unite the two Caitlins into one by the end of the day, both of them will disintegrate.
But JB is suspicious.
I'm not sure I trust Kaitlin too, Professor. Grimlord created her.
So now you've gone back to Grimlord, huh? I should have known Will Kaitlin 2 deliver us straight into Grimlord's hands? Find out on Savant's VR Troopers.
Today at 5, 4 Central on Fox.